Hello and welcome back to episode 20 of my AllTheMods10 SSP playthrough. So in between episodes, I did do a little bit of work with expanding the farm like I said I would. So we got 40 of the iron, 40 of the gold, copper, redstone, coal, and lapis seeds. But I also made just one set of the pulsating seeds from Ender IO, so we can save in the long run on some ender pearls to make the travel anchors. And then from POWAH, I did make 40 uranite seeds along with a few of the energizing, blazing, niotic seeds from POWAH as well. So you can see from the quest rewards here, we can go ahead and collect the energizing steel, the blazing, the niotic, and the uranite. And we already had some of the spirited as well. I did make a couple more of those. Yes, and it looks like we did get some experience seeds as well, which that is going to be helpful. And another set of energizing steel, which all those quest rewards are pretty dang good. From the power seeds, though, it is a little tedious as you do need the 1x blocks for each of the seeds. So if I look up the recipe for the energized steels, yeah, it is the 1x block of the energized steel. So we needed a lot of each. So that's why I only made like 1, 2, maybe 3 of each. So we're going to need those, however, for what we have planned for this episode. But since we did make the seeds, we actually don't need to auto-craft them anymore. So we'll go ahead and take these out. I do want to leave this here as I do want to auto-craft the ender core, which I might try doing, seeing if we can do now. And yes, it looks like the only thing we don't have auto-crafted are the eyes of ender. So we'll go ahead and place those in there. And we can get rid of the other processing patterns and replace them with the crafting patterns from the essence. If we take a look over here, I also upgraded and changed the matter condenser to make matter balls instead of the singularities. So I am importing these into our system. I also put a netherite upgrade on the water pipe with the sink and just hid the sink back here. If we break this, so yeah, just kind of trying to hide it. And I did set up another storage drawer for the matter balls. And those matter balls will be important later as we are currently starting to run out of storage for our crafting patterns. We're about like 3/4 of the way full now, so we are going to need a solution relatively soon for that. But for now, what I want to focus on is a reactor. I would love to get a reactor and just absolutely not have to worry about any form of power, just have an absolute surplus of it. So if we search up the reactors from POWAH, there are, again, all these different tiers. I am just going to go ahead and get to Spirited. And I went ahead and taught our system how to make all of these as well. So if we take a look, we are going to need the Uranite. And we are also going to need the respective tier of capacitors. And then we're going to need all of the previous tier of reactor blocks. So we do have to start from the starter tier and then work our way up in the tiers. So eventually, we are going to replace the Spirited with the Nitro tier, but we don't currently have Nether stars yet. So, again, looking for a fix for that relatively soon, especially since we have gotten our basis in with Industrial 4 going. So, we'll probably make a, Wither killer and get the ether gas from there shortly, but I do want to focus on our power situation. So if we take a look in the quest book, the POWAH quest book, and we come over here to the reactor section, it does tell you a little bit about it, but basically it is a 3x4x3 multi-block. So, and it does require 36 blocks. And so you do just have to make the 36 blocks. And this is what I made this room for, because I would like to put multiple reactors in here. But you just place it down in the middle here and it will build itself up. You do just have to have all 36 of the blocks. And it does require a couple of items. It does require redstone, and it requires the uranite to run. It requires some coolant like water. So we're going to need the sinks, and then some other coolant like dry ice, or I am personally going to use packed ice. Maybe not blue ice. We'll have to see. But yeah, I made all of this for a reason. Got the ice seeds for a reason. I was anticipating that we would need more power. So if we try to make, I think we should be able to make 36 of these. No, we are missing some niotic crystals. So I'm gonna have to wait for that for now. It looks like it is our only issue currently, so maybe we will reteach our system how to make the niotic crystals from here and see if that helps. Yes, and it looks like that did help, so we are going to need to craft some niotic, but we'll let that run in the background here, let that all cook up. We are also going to need a couple of export buses. Let me see if I can find those. And we're going to go ahead and get 4 of these. We're going to want some chests as well, just regular oak chests. Because what I do want to do is, again, have a little bit of a backlog. And so I want to fill these chests up with their respective items before piping them into the reactor. We are also going to want some item pipes. And actually, let me try it a different way for this playthrough. I am going to try to just use the export bus straight on the reactor. I've actually never tried that before. And just have some acceleration cards placed in there. So hopefully that won't be an issue. And so I did make the mistake of just going straight to the Spirited tier. Again, these are quest rewards, so unfortunately we didn't get the unlock. So what I might do in the background is just start making like 36 of each of the reactors, because we are going to want another one in the future. So if we go ahead and grab these, should complete that quest, and then we're going to need the basic... Or shoot, we should have probably made the basic first. Oh, no, yeah, starter, but then basic. Perfect. So, yeah, we'll just go ahead and collect each of these quest rewards as well. So, we'll just place our first reactor here for the time being. We'll go ahead and place down, yeah, and it should do a little, like, green space. If we put this up high enough, yes, if it doesn't meet or have the appropriate criteria, it will outline a little red line. But we'll go ahead and place the reactor down here. And as you can see, it is going ahead and building. And now that it's done, we can right click into here and we can see all the different slots. It has some carbon up here, has some redstone for the production, and then the uranite here, and the solid coolant, and then the liquid coolant over here. So I do want to draw your attention up to the top left corner here for the auto mode. We are going to make sure that this is on. So if it is off, it's just going to run like normal. It's going to waste all of your resources. But if you turn auto mode on, it will stop when it is full and then start again when it has less than 70% of the total energy. So definitely make sure that you have the auto mode always turned on, because that is going to save you a lot on your resources. And now that I wasn't stupid and I put all of the reactor tiers into my inventory, we can go ahead and collect all of these quest rewards. Again, I am hoping for at least one rod here. What on earth was that? Is it thundering and is it... I hope it's thunderstorming out. I do not know what on earth that explosion could have been otherwise. Let's take a look out here. Yeah, it looks like it is thunderstorming. A little bit of fire. That was a little bit scary. But unfortunately, no such luck with the energizing rods, unfortunately. Just a couple of other things here. And so, again, I am going to just start off by cooling this with some either packed ice or blue ice. We can make the dry ice from blue ice from, in the... What? Again? There's another explosion? I don't know what that was. I slept through the night. Hopefully that will fix it. But yeah, we might look into getting dry ice in the future to cool the reactant to make it a little bit more efficient. I never had a problem with the packed ice though, so we'll just stick with that for now. And we'll go ahead and place the sink down here. And actually, we also want the fluid pipe here. And go ahead and grab our wrench and place the upgrade in here. So we should have water in here now. And if we make our way down here, we're just going to pull from this channel here currently. Might want to make a separate channel for this in the future. We'll see. But we'll go ahead and place the export bus on here. We are going to want the acceleration in the crafting card. We are going to want the redstone blocks, the block of coal, the uranite, and the packed ice. And if we take a look here, again, I'm not entirely sure. Yes, it does look like it is working. Perfect. So it is exporting, and looks like that is all fine and dandy. And boom, now we have a load of power to work with. This is fantastic. And if we take a look inside of the reactor, we can see that the solid coolant is making it -8 Celsius. It is at 100 degrees Celsius. Fuel consumption is plus 120, and the efficiency is plus 180. So we are generating, and it does in variables. I think the max... Yes, the max extract is 400k Fe per tick, but currently we are only doing, I guess, 169. Well, actually shouldn't be even running at this point. It doesn't look like anything's going down, so yeah, it looks like it's being smart. But so, yes, okay, perfect. So we are going to need a couple more things now. So we are going to want some energy cables. I'm going to go ahead and place the spirited tier down, and I am just going to place a couple of ender cells across from here. So for this one, however, I want to go ahead and put it to channel 2 and place the spirited tier ender cell into here. So now we have channel 1, which is currently being powered from over there. We will change that, but now we are powering our second channel here. So you can't only power one channel at a time. If I switch this to 2, then both of these would be getting filled, but they're not, because I think it's like being weird on the receive and extract. But it should be filling up here, and we are slowly draining the power. Let me try something. Let me get the POWAH wrench, because what I don't want is for it to be dragging out of here and back into here. I want it to be dragging straight from the reactor. So I think if I... Yes, it is set to both receive and extract here. So this is extract. These are both inserting now. And we should be draining here. And now, yes, it looks like as soon as it dropped below 70%, it is now starting to charge, though our power transfer is greater than the power generation currently. So we'll just wait for this to fill up. But yeah, once we start getting, a greater load on channel 1, we are going to want to utilize our numerous ender channels. So I went ahead and changed this up a little bit. I'm going to leave this here for now, just because we have the flex plug placed on top of here. And so I went ahead and put an ender gate on top of these, just so we don't have the wire coming across. But yeah, I'm super, super excited. Now we have a reactor, and it looks like this one, yep, just filled up. So we can see this is barreling upwards. And I am glad that the auto mode is available, so we can save on the resource consumption. And like I said in the previous episode, I do want to go ahead and get this mob slaughter factory set up. So go ahead and place the cables down underneath of here. And I do want both the liquid meat coming out from the left and the pink slime coming out from the right. But instead of a fluid tank, I don't know, we might do a fluid tank. It's just going to be some wiring underneath. The other way we could go about it is get in our first ender tank. So we can make 2 of these and color code them, and we can do basically wireless fluid transfer. If we make an ender tank here and put another one of the same color code over here, we can go ahead and have that in here. But since I don't have a nether star currently, or or nether star currently. I don't know if I want to do this because it actually won't be running for too far away. And as I'm saying that, let me go ahead and claim these chunks, and I'll chunk load this one as well as this one. And now that I think about it, I do think for the time being at least, it will be a good idea to set up the it being imported or piped into there. So go ahead, we're going to set this on the pink channel. Just make sure that nothing else is going to conflict with it. And we'll go ahead and run these ender fluid pipes over to the pink slime one. Go ahead and place this here and here, and then go ahead and change this to insert on pink. So we should now be able to, whenever we want to make some pink slime, just have it go and run over through there. But I am going to place all of the range in processing tiers into this mob slaughter factory, and go ahead and place our blaze spawner in the middle here. So 4 from each side. And I went ahead and made some of the upgrades. We're going to make it ignore light. We're going to make it the absolute, minimum maximum spawn delay. And we're just going to go through and, make sure it all gets upgraded. I am also going to make sure that this is redstone controlled just like the last one, just so we have the ability to turn it on and off. I don't currently want it running right now, and what I might end up doing as well in the future, especially for both of these, is if the spawner is off, I don't really want this to be running and using up FE either. So I might set up some redstone conduits from Ender IO, just so we can looks like we can get some of them. I don't know how we got the redstone alloy, but it does look like we can actually get this set up. So if we come down here and get underneath of the blaze spawner as well, we can pipe these, and it's not attaching to that currently. Might not work for the blaze spawner itself, but it should work on these items. We might have to force it. Yes, so I had to force it with just a wrench. I had to right click it and tell it to connect to this block. So if we're inserting to both of these on the green channel, and we tell this, let's say, run with a redstone signal. Actually, yes, because this is run on redstone signal as well, technically. And then we come up underneath here, and let's just put the lever here. We're going to tell this to connect to this block, but to extract, yes. If we come back up and put a lever on, we should be able to set this here and flip it. And now, because we're reading from this block is all lit up. This should be running, and this should be running as well. So I might need to invert this, or at least I might need to take the lever off of here if I can stop being hit. And now the redstone signal's on. Now if we turn it off, yes, we should see the spawner stop, and then this should stop as well. So I'm going to go ahead and basically do the exact same thing on the other side as well, just so we can automate this a little bit better. And now that that's all set up on this side, we should see if we turn it on, the spawner will start working, blaze will start spawning, and this will start working. If we turn it off, the mob spawner will turn off, and so will this. So perfect. Probably, maybe move the levers. I'm not really sure as of yet, but we'll go ahead and turn this one off, and then we will keep this one on for the time being. So now that we have a ton of power and we have an abundance of resources, I do want to start working towards automating hostile neural networks. So we are going to teach our system how to make lapis, because we are going to need that. We're going to definitely teach our system as well how to make the prediction matrices, because we're going to need basically all of those. And let's go ahead and teach our system as well, because we're going to need a lot of conduits here. So the energy conduits and the item conduits here. And I don't think at this time we're going to need the ender fluid conduit, so we'll just stick with these two for now. And let's go ahead and teach our system again how to make the simulation chamber and the loot fabricator. So we'll go ahead and steal a channel network from our industrial foregoing P2P channel. Run the cable all the way over here and get the P2P tunnel set up. And we are going to want a chest with an export bus. So we want this chest here. We're going to want another export bus over here. And we are going to tell this guy to export the prediction matrices. So we already taught our system how to craft that. So in a little bit, yep, we should see the prediction matrices coming through. We are also going to want to teach our system, I forgot, about the item filters as well. So again, for this, we are going to need to set it up a couple of different ways. Let me just grab two filters here real quick. And so the first thing we're going to want to do is we're going to want to say, hey, extract on green. And this is always active. We're going to want to insert on green for this one and extract on brown. And then for this one, we're going to want to insert on brown and also extract on brown, I believe. Yes. So if we tell this channel to always extract on the green, we should see this now filling up with the prediction matrices. Now, couple of things. The first thing is I am going to want, if I put this on my hotbar here, I'm going to tell this filter to, hey, ignore the MBT data, but only insert the prediction matrices. So we don't want anything else inserting on the green channel. Now, when extracting on brown, we are going to want another filter here that says, hey, insert this, if I can get the sheep prediction. We're going to want to insert on the brown channel the sheep prediction, but we are going to match the NBT data. If we do not match it, then it will just, as this network expands, it is going to try to throw any prediction in here. So we do want to make sure that this one matches the NBT data into here. So if we go ahead and extract this one, we should see, yes, the sheep predictions coming down into here. And then back over here, not there, we are going to want an item filter coming over here and having another chest that says, no, we don't want the chest here. Oh, no. Okay, well, we have a little bit more prediction matrices, but let's go ahead and actually place the chest down here. Yes. And we're going to want to insert on brown here, not on green, but on brown. So this should pick up the overworld predictions or the generalized predictions from the when this machine is running. And then if we extract on brown here as well, we should have the wool or the rewards coming into here as well. So again, we're extracting on brown from this upper one, but we are filtering this brown insert to just the prediction. And then we're also extracting on brown from this, and both of those things, the only way to go is to this chest. And then we are going to get another import. If we can get one here and just import all of these into our system. Before we do that though, and Yeah, that's what I was afraid of with the sheep prediction. We might need to set up a quick little additional filter that if we take this sheep prediction, we can blacklist prediction but ignore NBT. So we will not be able to insert any of the actual predictions into there. So that should work. Again, we're ignoring the NBT. So it's not just going to work for the sheep prediction. It's also going to work for any other predictions as well. Or at least it should in theory. I am also going to teach our system to make the tier 4 speed extraction from Ender IO as well, just so we don't have really any backlog with I don't know what that was, with the items, with the rewards coming out. So yes, perfect. We now saw that the sheep prediction successfully went into here, and we are cruising now. So we'll get this tier 4 as well. Go ahead and place that in the extraction slot, and now we should have, apologize for my Discord, but we should have everything we really need for this for the time being. So I am going to set up again a couple of storage drawers for these, especially for the generalized, but also for the wool, and we will be back when that's done. So now that that is all set up, we can do the exact same thing basically with our previously gathered Enderman data model. So I went ahead and again just made another simulation loot fabricator, got the conduit set sent over here, and placed the filtered prediction matrices into the insert green channel. I am going to go ahead and set this up to extract on brown, but I do not want to actually extract it yet, because we are going to want this to run until we get a successful prediction matrix, so we can set up the filter with the Enderman prediction. So I'm going to let this run for a little bit. I'm going to set up a storage drawer for the generalized Ender prediction, and we are going to come back and find out a way to make coarse fruit without actually ever having to go into the ends. So after a little bit of waiting later, we did get some Enderman predictions. So again, I'm going to set this into the filter and match MBT. And I do want to show really quick before actually getting this set up why it is important to match the NBT. So I'm actually going to come into the sheep predictions and ignore MBT and place this back into the insert slot. We'll go ahead and extract on brown, always active, and it should, at least from my experience, sometimes, I don't know if it depends on the prediction itself, or what it is, or like if it depends on, oh, I forgot to set that to actually extract. I don't know if it depends on like the type of prediction or whatever, but yeah, you can see the Enderman predictions coming into here, even though we do have the filter set for the sheep. So we'll go ahead and match the MBT data to that again. And we'll go ahead and set that in here, take those out. And so why that's important again is just because I don't want to go through every loot fabricator and set something up. We could have it all piping into one loot fabricator. I mean, you can set it up how you want to set it up. I personally like to set it up this way. So with this, we are going to come down here, place another item conduit, and go ahead, insert on brown, extract on brown, but just triple checking the filter with the Enderman prediction matching the MBT. We're going to have this also always active, and so yes, all of the Enderman predictions now should have been sent over to here. We are going to need another tier speed little guy, whatever it's called, the tier 4 extraction speed upgrade from Ender IO, just because we have a lot of Ender pearls coming into here. And so the reason why as well we want to extract on brown but then insert and extract on brown is because of those generalized predictions. So if we extract on brown and insert on brown but then extract on, I don't know, black and insert on black here, those generalized predictions are not going to have anywhere to go because they cannot be inserted into here. So the reason for the filters, because they're all on the same system, the same network, we are going to want to do that. And so the reason why we can't really have separate, again, if we wanted to, we could have another like item pipe coming out the top, extracting on a different color with a filter of the generalized predictions. But again, I'm trying to make this as compact as possible, and those inserting filters for both of these are what is allowing this to be so compact. So that's just how I like to set it up. You can set it up a different way, absolutely. There's probably 100 different ways to set it up, but this is the way that I like to do it, at least. So because we have gotten some generalized end predictions from the Enderman here, and we'll go ahead and turn this off because we probably have plenty of Ender Pearls. Yeah, we have 800, so no worries on that front. I do want to go ahead and make some coarse fruit. So you can make it a couple of different ways. You can make it through the end essence, and we could technically get the end stone and the purpur from the generalized end prediction here, just with some sandstone, the ender prediction, and an ender pearl to get some end stone. So again, not having to actually go into the nether. But I'm just going to use a generalized ender prediction with an apple and get a couple of these. Now why I want these is because, see that little quest, no AI? So if I come over here, and the blazes are hitting me now, and I'm going to go ahead and turn this off. And I'm going to right click that, ouch, ouch, ouch. And actually, let's go ahead and turn this back on and then turn it off again, just so we can control here and see no AI. If we let this run, and hopefully we can catch it like in between, yes. These guys, as you can probably predict, they have no AI, so they can't hit me now. They are just basically armor stands. They're just sitting there waiting to be slaughtered. So the reason why I want to do that is because, especially if we are running through here and we are having this actively run, I don't want to be hit. My health is precious. So I just wanted to make a couple of those just to make the spawners that we have here a little bit more docile. So that is really going to help. But now that we have hostile neural networks automated, I can probably foresee myself going around and collecting some more data models and just getting this expanded so that we can get more mob drops without actually having to create seeds for them. But that is about all that we had time for this episode. We did get a lot done. I'm super happy and excited. We have, automated the blazes, now have automated hostile neural networks, and we have gotten a solution, a long-term solution to our power. So hope you guys enjoyed this episode. This episode has been a ton of fun for me, but I'll see y'all in the next one.